Maharaj, earlier I was very enthusiastic, like I was thinking I will become happy by getting into IIT and everything. Now by the mercy of devotees, I am just seeing that cannot make me happy, and but still I am not able to see how by making Krishna happy I will become happy. Like I am not at all enthusiastic, and that driving force is not there, which was there when I was in an illusory state, that I was thinking by getting some material happiness I will be happy. I was very enthusiastic, but now I am seeing that is not the right thing, and I am not able to see how by making Krishna happy I will become happy. So I am not enthusiastic now also. So what should I do?
This is very good, but you should be enthusiastic because it is the right thing to do. It's easy to understand. If you water the root of a tree, the whole tree is nourished. Do you understand that? Yes? If you water the root of the tree, the whole tree is nourished. Krishna is the root of our existence. On a spiritual level, we are part of Krishna. If we don't serve the whole, the part suffers. If the whole is satisfied, every part is satisfied. It is what Krishna says. It is what all the acharyas say. It is what all the scriptures and all the saints throughout history have said. If God is pleased with your effort, that is the ultimate satisfaction to the heart, to the soul. So meanwhile we have this mind and senses. But our intelligence must connect our mind and senses to the needs of the soul. That is called tapasya. With your intelligence, you understand from the scriptures, you understand logically, philosophically, and from great personalities that the only real purpose of life, the only real need of the soul, and the only real happiness of the soul is to put water on the root of the tree, to please Krishna. If we intellectually understand that, even though our mind is wavering and our senses are whimsical, the intelligence must keep the mind and senses bridled and connected to the ideal that we have made sacred in our life. Krishna told Arjuna to fight. Arjuna was not enthusiastic. Arjuna was in the same kind of situation as you're in. Yes? At first he was very enthusiastic to fight this war. But then, when he saw what was around him, he lost all his enthusiasm. And Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to convince him to fight the war with enthusiasm for Krishna's sake. So in your case, you went to IIT with material ambitions, and now, by God's grace, the conceptions that your material ambitions will make you happy have been crushed. So now, what's the enthusiasm to study? I'm no longer egoistically passionate to just get ahead with prestige and fame and wealth. That's what all of our enthusiasm was based on. That was Arjuna's situation. But after you hear the truth, then you go back into the battlefield of IIT. And you fight the war of studies, but you do it for Krishna's sake. Whatever you learn it so that you can use it for Krishna. And whatever prestige and honor you get from your graduation, use it for Krishna. Look at Radhe Shyam Prabhu. I was just seeing his book, Essence of Bhagavad Gita. And after Radhe Shyam Das, it says, M.Tech IIT. He studied like an ass. He was studying so many years just to put M.Tech near his name. But putting M.Tech near his name gives credibility to hundreds, tens, and thousands of people all over the world to what he says. People will read that book that otherwise wouldn't, because they see this is a man with credential. He's not just some, sadhu coming out of the jungles who thinks he knows everything. This is a man who has been trained. This is a man who is a top person of society. Let me read his book. Let me hear what he has to say. So that M.Tech, I would say that Radhe Shyam Prabhu is using his IIT education and the credibility that he gets from that education better and more than all the other IIT graduates. They may get big positions and jobs, they may get big money, they may get beautiful wives, They may, walk in and meet the Prime Minister whenever they want because they're MTech, IIT. But Radhe Shyam Prabhu, he is transforming people's hearts and bringing them to Krishna. And he's using that MTech credibility to help do that. It's not out of ego, it's out of service. Do you understand? So yes, study. If you become a brahmachari like Radhe Shyam, your preaching will have so much more credibility to so many people. If you become a grihastha, you could earn nicely, you could have a good position in society, and that society will be a platform in which you can affect people's hearts in a very powerful way. So in either case, your IIT education will be a great service for Krishna. So be enthusiastic. If you don't do your sadhana, if you don't do proper association in IIT, then what will happen is you'll just be sucked down into that enthusiasm for materialism once again. Does that answer your question?
Yes, Madam.
So whether you feel it or not, be enthusiastic because your enthusiasm is a great service to Krishna. And if other students see that the devotees are getting poor grades, then that's going to be a black mark on Krishna in their eyes. So if you're doing well and you have good character and good sadhana and good ideals and you're getting good grades, then people will really honor and respect you. And in honoring and respect you, which you don't want, they're really honoring and respecting Krishna and Krishna's movement. Because we're all representing Krishna's movement. Does that answer your question?
Yes, Madam. Thank you very much for your
welcome. You're welcome. So be enthusiastic. Tell you the truth, I'm not very enthusiastic to talk to any of you today because I'm very sick. But I know it will please Prabhupada and Krishna. So I try to be enthusiastic. That's the way I felt when I first came in. But because I'm trying to be enthusiastic, just for the sake of Krishna, even though I feel nothing, I should be sleeping, but now I'm totally enthusiastic because Krishna reciprocates. They asked Prabhupada, how do we become enthusiastic if we don't feel like it? Prabhupada said, you be enthusiastic, and if you be enthusiastic, Krishna will give you enthusiasm. And I'm beginning to feel like that.
You were listening to Radhanath Swami on devotionalnectar.com.